Welcome. You're watching Market Meter on Money9. I'm Sakshi Patra, and on this show we talk about markets and how should investors really trade in the markets in the current environment as well. But before I begin my discussion with my guest, I want to tell all our viewers on YouTube to like and to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also hit that bell icon so that you can get notified whenever we put our new videos. Also stay connected with us through our social media platforms, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook and Instagram, so that you can get updated by all the news that we put up on the markets front and on personal finance, which is of use to you. Let's welcome today's guest now. Mr. Kranti Patini joins in from WealthMills Securities. Sir, good afternoon and thank you very much for joining in. Help us understand, how are you looking at the markets? Of course, record run has continued, but there are also portions when we are seeing volatile moves in the markets. They have dipped also sharply. In yesterday's trading session, for example, the last 2 hours, we actually saw a sharp U-turn of the markets too. So how should really investors understand the way markets are going from here?
Sakshi, we need to analyze two things. One is the domestic factors, and the second one is the external factors. Last 3 months, if we observe, the global equity environment is quite favorable to equity markets. And domestically, we have witnessed some turbulence in the May, the lockdowns, and also the monetary policy of RBI, where the MPC have a stance that they want to uh, be accommodative with respect to the liquidity is concerned. So right now we are coming just out of the lockdowns, and the numbers have been coming down. Right now the active cases came down from 1 lakh there. So once these numbers come down, once the economy open up more, there will be a pent up demand. That's what we are going to witness. That's what we have been witnessing currently. So one key factor one need to understand at these market levels, markets are forward looking animals. Probably we might see the negative trends or negative parameters at present, but down the line of couple of quarters later, these parameters are going to improve a lot way before. That's what market is liking. That's why there is a selective buying that's taking place. Even though if you see yesterday the sharp dip, we immediately
Yeah.
see witnessed buying resumes in the market. So the
Yes.
liquidity is currently driving the market. So the liquidity is coming from different parts. It can be supported by selectively by FIS, domestic institutional investors, and the big junk is at present the flavor of the market is the retail. So so everybody have want to have exposure towards the equity markets. That's what holding making the markets to hold at these present levels.
Okay, understood that. Several pockets have been in news of late. Today, although all the sectors are buzzing in the green right now, but some sectors they are leading the rally from the front today. One of them is the pharma index. Now, you talk about the major healthcare drivers, you talk about the laboratory majors. These are all participating in tandem to push the Nifty Pharma index up about 1.5% in trade today, and overall supporting the Nifty index as well. We've seen that Divis Laboratories is topping the charts. There's a sharp up move over there. Laurus Labs, these kind of stocks, Metropolis Healthcare, all of these stocks have been driving right now. How are you looking at this space, especially now that we are coming out of the second wave? It has peaked out, and the unlocking of the economy is also happening now. How are you looking at this space shaping up from here?
Sakshi, if we look at the valuation matrix of pharma as well as these allied industries, valuations looks little bit stretched,
Okay.
but there is a visibility of earnings with respect to these companies are concerned, because still the wave is on. Don't think that we can't rule out at present. No, COVID is over. No, the wave is on. So all these pharma and related stocks are going to do well because of this wave is on. So
Sure.
investors can look selectively in these pockets at every dip.
Okay, all these pockets can definitely be looked at on dips because currently the valuation of, say, some of these pharma majors which have had a sharp run up look quite stretched at the moment. Let's now move on to discussing, sir, your particular stock recommendations. Let's first begin with your star recommendations. These are star picks because you've recommended them at a time when they were just starting on, and we have seen a very sharp momentum right after your recommendation on our channel also. So two of those stocks we have picked up from the past recommendations of yours, sir. One of them is Subex. Now, this stock has really had a sharp run up. Help us understand, what made you pick this stock? It has already had a sharp run up, and what should investors do now? Because all of those investors who missed the rally right now, what is the advice for them?
Sakshi, see, equity market is a place everyone knows the price but not the value. The
Yeah.
crux in equity market or investing is identifying the value stocks at the right price.
Hmm.
Subex, as we told on your show, we advised Subex at 25 rupees. In fact, earlier we have been buying at a very less price of Subex. What we identified is completely a turnaround story. And Subex, probably when we are advised on your show, Subex was not in a limelight. It was a complete, a small counter, but the price action, the stock has multiplied nearly 6 times in the past 1 year. So at present, since we have been tracking this stock from past 4 5 years, we have been attending the annual AGMs of this company and regular con calls of the management. What we believe in this stock is right now, what I perceive is the valuations look stretched. Of course, congratulations to all the investors who were hearkened to our voice and bought at 25 rupees. Currently, the stock is 60 levels, up by 150. If you are sitting on that mountain of cash profits, my advice to the investors is take some profit from the table. Probably you can take back your capital. So just sell at your capital, or you can book 50% profit from the table, because at this valuations looks very stretched. But those people who want to enter into the this particular stock, it's not the level right now to jump and buy, but probably you can buy in a staggered manner. But you can buy at every dip. Definitely market will give you opportunity, the stock will give you opportunity to enter at a right value. So probably investors can re-enter. But those investors who invested earlier, congratulations, but this is the time to take back your capital, because capital is precious, it's like your seed.
Yes.
So you can book some profit at these levels.
Okay, so book partial profits in Subex. Excellent call, sir. Congratulations to you. 250% of return in a very, very short duration from January until now. But add
Congratulations
on
to
dips.
Yeah, congratulations to Money9. Through your medium, it has reached to the public and they got benefited.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, sir.
Through your-
Let's talk about the other stock also, and that is Piramal Enterprises. This was another star pick of yours, sir, because you had recommended this stock also way back in January, and we've seen a sharp return. And even now, this stock is really in flavor with the kind of, we've seen the news flows around DHFL and the court accepting the resolution proposal by Piramal as well. So this stock has been in flavor right again, and it has already given the return of about 55, 60 odd percent to all the viewers and all the investors who had invested at your recommendation back in January. So another pick. What's your recommendation now on this, sir?
It's actually one of the trait every investor need to habituate is when a good stock is in an unflavored zone. That is the time you need to look into the stock. When we
Yes.
were discussing Pyramidal, it was a complete unflavored stock. Market was, it's not a buzzing stock. It was not a momentum stock. But in the
Sure.
month of January, we bought this stock at advised this stock at 1400. Within a short span of less than 5 months, the stock has given a 50% return. Just to tell about, we have discussed about the stock on your previous shows, the quality of management and the natural hedge in the stock. 50% of revenues comes from pharmaceutical, 50% of revenues comes from the financial. With the recent Pyramidal Enterprises acquisition of DHFL is concerned, it gives a very good presence for Pyramidal Enterprises to increase their presence and increase their loan book within a quick short span. And Pyramidal Enterprises in a best position right now to deliver and do a sustainable business in the days to come. So at every dip, Pyramidal Enterprises can be bought by every investors, and I believe this is the early stage for Pyramidal Enterprises. There is a long way to go for this stock.
Okay, long way to go for this stock. So any long-term investor looking out for opportunities here can definitely look at adding the stock on dips. Let's now move on to understanding your recommendation of the day, a new stock that I would like to recommend to all the viewers today, because I'm sure they would be extremely excited by looking at these two remarkable stocks. And now they would be looking at any fresh pick as well, which could have the potential to have such a sharp return, or give a multi-bagger return in the future course of time as well.
Thanks for the confidence, actually. But right now, today, I have a stock by name Visovis India. It is a metal stock, as there is a run up in the metal story and the cyclical nature of the metals are concerned. This stock is well positioned to have a better earning visibility in next few quarters, as the metal story is going to start right now once the lockdown situation get over, and the cyclical nature of this business, it's in a uptrend. So Visovis India is a highly fundamentally strong company with a strong pedigree from UK. 55% of holding is held by their UK management, and also zero debt company, and the company is into castings and refabrications. So the steel sector is going to do well, and Visu India is in a best position to take the advantage of this uptrend in the growth cycle of metal. So I advocate investors to buy at every dip between 1000 to 1100 range at every dip, and the stock can deliver 25% returns in a 1 year horizon.
Okay, Vesuvius India, for all those investors looking for opportunities in the metal space, and if you've been thinking that metals have already had a sharp run up, there's this one stock that could still have a 25% upside in the next 1 year. So keep this also on your radar. Thank you very much, Mr. Batini, for sharing these stock recommendations with Money9 viewers and your market outlook as well. It's always a pleasure speaking with you, and hope you stay safe.
Thank you.
All right, let's now move on to seeing how the markets are trading at this point in time. Of course, a 0.5% uptick, and the benchmarks are maintaining that. अगर आप सेंसेक्स को देखेंगे तो 52,214 के लेवल्स पर फिलहाल करीब करीब 300 अंकों की बढ़त यहां पर देखने को मिल चुकी है. निफ्टी 50 भी 15,722 के लेवल्स पर 90 पॉइंट्स के एडिशन के साथ 0.5% तक की तेजी बरकरार यहां पर देखने को मिल रही है. निफ्टी बैंक में 0.25% तक की बढ़त है. अभी भी निफ्टी बैंक 35,000 के नीचे ही है, लेकिन हरे निशान में काम कर रहा है, 90 अंकों की बढ़त लेकर काम कर रहा है, ये एक अच्छी बात है. तो ऑल दी मेजर इंडाइसेस आर इन द ग्रीन. ब्रॉडर मार्केट्स में और भी बेहतर परफॉर्मेंस देखने को मिल रहा है. जिस स्पेस में आज सबसे बेहतर परफॉर्मेंस है वो है बीएसई स्मॉल कैप इंडेक्स. आप देख सकते हैं 1.6% शार्प रिटर्न्स यहां पर देखने को मिल रहे हैं. इंट्राडे 24,987 रिकॉर्ड हाई लेवल्स पर ये इंडेक्स काम कर रहा है. 395 के लेवल्स देखने को मिल रहे हैं. मिड कैप इंडेक्स में आप देखिए 22,805 के लेवल्स, नियर टू इट्स रिकॉर्ड हाई एज वेल. 195 और पॉइंट्स का यहाँ पर जंप देखने को मिल रहा है फिलहाल मिड कैप इंडेक्स में भी. सेक्टर्स पर आते हैं और देखते हैं कि यहाँ पर किस तरीके से पिक्चर इमर्ज हो रही है. तो ऑटो सेक्टर में माइल्ड वीकनेस है. बारिंग दिस इंडेक्स, ऑल द अदर इंडाइसेस आर इन द ग्रीन. स्ट्रॉन्ग रिटर्न्स इन फार्मा इंडेक्स 1.5% अपटिक है. पीएसयू बैंक्स में 1.7% तक की तेजी. रियल्टी स्पेस में अच्छी बढ़त है, 1.25% तक की बढ़त लेकर ये इंडेक्स भी काम कर रहा है. आईटी, एफएमसीजी, मेटल्स, इन सभी में अच्छा कंट्रीब्यूशन आज देखने को मिल रहा है, और फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज भी 0.5% तक की तेजी के साथ मेंटेन है. अब देखते हैं कि निफ्टी की गेनर्स और लूजर्स किस तरीके से अभी आगे बढ़ रहे हैं. गेनर्स में अगर आप देखेंगे तो यहाँ पर अब पिक्चर थोड़ी सी इमर्ज चेंज होती हुई नजर आ रही है. आप देख सकते हैं कि जैसे यूपीएल में अच्छी तेजी देखने को मिल रही है, अदानी पोर्ट्स में भी अच्छी बढ़त देखने को मिल रही है. ये कुछ ऑटो स्टॉक्स हैं जहां पर तेजी देखने को मिल रही है. इसके अलावा अगर आप लूजर्स को भी देखेंगे तो यहाँ पर देख लेते हैं कि लैगार्ड्स में कहां पर मूव देखने को मिल रहा है. निफ्टी 50 के लैगार्ड्स में अगर आप स्पेस में देखेंगे तो आपको यहाँ पर पिक्चर इमर्ज होती हुई आएगी. मेरे ख्याल से थोड़ा बहुत डिस्क्रिपेंसी है. जो आज ऑटो स्टॉक्स हैं वो आज गिरावट के साथ हैं, तो इसलिए बजाज ऑटो, आयशर मोटर्स, हीरो मोटो और मारुति ये सब ड्रैगन्स है, ना कि गेनर्स हैं. तो ये आप ध्यान रख लीजिएगा कि बजाज ऑटो से मारुति तक के जो स्टॉक्स हैं आज सुबह से ही काफी वीकनेस दिखा रहे हैं, और अभी भी ऑटो इंडेक्स जो है वो माइल्ड वीकनेस दिखा रही है. इसके विपरीत अगर आप देखेंगे तो अदानी पोर्ट्स में थोड़ी बहुत और गिरावट देखने को मिल रही है. फिलहाल मैं आपको क्लैरिफाई कर देती हूँ कि इस समय निफ्टी के गेनर्स कौन कौन से हैं. निफ्टी के गेनर्स में बजाज फाइनेंस, डिविज लेबोरेटरीज, रिलायंस इंडस्ट्रीज, विप्रो और हिंदुस्तान यूनिलीवर है। इन सभी स्टॉक्स में 1.5% से 3.5% तक की तेजी देखने को मिल रही है। तो इंडेक्स को जो सपोर्ट आ रहा है आज लार्ज कैप से आ रहा है, स्पेशली रिलायंस इंडस्ट्रीज से, एफएमसीजी मेजर एचयूएल से, और साथ ही डिविस लेबोरेटरीज और बजाज फाइनेंस। ये कुछ काउंटर्स हैं जो कि मार्केट्स को पूरी तरीके से सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं। चलिए, तो इसी के साथ इस खास शो को यहीं समेटते हैं, लेकिन लगातार आपके लिए हम मार्केट अपडेट्स लेकर आते रहेंगे। इसीलिए आप हमारे यूट्यूब चैनल को लाइक और सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, बेल आइकॉन को हिट कीजिए, जिससे कि आपको नोटिफिकेशन मिल जाए अगले वीडियो का। और साथ ही साथ आप हमारे साथ सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स पर भी कनेक्टेड रह सकते हैं। इसी के साथ मैं आपसे इजाजत लेती हूँ। नमस्कार।